welcome to the Sportsman Show. I think it's episode 48 or something like that. We're almost at the half-century mark of 50 shows. I've been your host, Joe Musel, and, had a great day today. I finished up a nice work week at a new place, got through it, a little hot, a little sticky. Discovered a new pierogi place right in back of Popeye's Chicken in Southington. Very good.
Oh, I'm familiar with it.
Mm-hmm. It's pierogies and a lot of Polish food and stuff like that. I had the Hungry Man's Dinner, which consisted of one link of sausage about this big, kielbasa, not sausage, kielbasa.
Wow.
I had 2 stuffed cabbages and 6 pierogies, and it was only $18.50. Very good, very delicious, very fresh, and just a great shout out for them to having a good dinner and stuff like that.
What did I have? Leftover pizza.
Okay, I'm going to get my co-host in here, fresh from cuddle time with his kitty. Do you eat pierogies and Polish food or no?
Depends. Sometimes it's sausage, but I'm not a big Polish kind of fan. I mean, I did go tonight and had dinner with the family at a 99 restaurant. Of course, leave your money at home, but I do that all the time. But anyway,
you didn't pay. I know you didn't pay for anything.
No, it was a nice dinner. I had a nice seafood dinner, which was good because I will say for the record, this was a nice week to have. This is the first week I didn't have to wear a mask at work for the first time in over a year and a half. But but if we go down the wrong way again,
hopefully that doesn't happen. Return of the mask.
We don't want it. No. We've had enough of it because I'm not ready to get it preparing for high school football. All of a sudden, we're like, you can't go to the game because we're going to have a rule, which I hope we don't. Right now it's a full go, but it's been a very good week, and then of course tomorrow I have a nice ice cream date with a friend. So
Okay, nice ice cream date with a friend. It's your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
Well, not quite. No, August 21st.
August 21st.
It's getting there, but now but now it's going to be a special birthday running week because on my birthday I have a road race to run in the morning at Muzzy Field.
There you go, Muzzy Field. What are you going to run around the track or?
It's 2 miles. I get to go on that nasty hill. Past at Rockwell Park, and where do you end? In the outfield.
Okay.
It ends in the outfield. Normally, the Shamrock Road Race is held in March, but they decided that it's going to go to August, and normally it starts at 9:30 in the morning. My race is at 8:30 in the morning, so
wow.
I have to get up probably at 6:30 in the morning.
Smelling some incense there.
Yeah, I'll need to do that a lot more. And my cousin, of course, she paid. What a surprise!
Coachy, you got to pay for something, man. I know your bank account's only for hockey jerseys, but you got to pay for something, man.
I know,
you're
Joe, it's traditional.
50 years old. You got to pay for something.
Yeah, Joe, it's always traditional when we have the road race. My cousin insists she likes to pay, and this is like I want to say it's maybe my 12th or 13th. I don't know. It's been a long time I've been doing road races. I've been doing it since 2004. So this is my 17th one. We didn't have one the last couple of years. So I know it's crazy, but I told my cousin, get some more cousins to come along too. They can walk, I'll run.
Okay.
So, and then, then we can, afterwards, we'll see if they decide to give me a birthday cupcake or something. I don't know.
Birthday cupcake. Okay. Remember, when we go to see Space Jam, you're paying for yourself. So bring money. I'm only paying for the popcorn. Popcorn. Yeah. Popcorn in your drink. That's all I'm paying for.
Yes, and the matinee, I know we're going to a matinee because it's cheaper. Because if it's at night, forget it. That's a full product.
No, I don't know about you, but no movie is actually worth 18-something to actually go see.
No, I agree. It's crazy. I mean, back in the day, it was like $3-4.
Yeah. I mean, that was at nighttime, prime time. But now it's like $18 at prime time. But
because you got more people going. Number two, it's got more expensive. And, they're trying to put them in the theaters. You know, it's that kind of season. They're trying to get everybody back. At least make it cheaper since you've only had the theaters open for about 8 months.
Yeah, not even. I think it's only been like 5 months or something at full
6,
capacity.
yeah, they're still trying to have you stream it on TV anyway. So
yeah, on stuff. But Space Jam, a new adventure or something like that. It doesn't look too bad.
2. This is
Space.
It's not.
Well,
it
it's
doesn't
not
have
Space
Michael
Jam.
Jordan.
It doesn't. It's not Space Jam 2. They don't advertise it. They say Space Jam, a new legacy.
Yup, but this time it's not Michael Jordan.
No, of course it's LeBron James, stuff like that. It does look entertaining and good. It does look entertaining.
But I do like the Looney Tunes characters. I've been a big fan of Bugs Bunny, Tweety Bird, Daffy Duck, and
okay, you're a big fan of them. Okay.
Yeah, I can go through the Looney Tune characters, but that's for another day.
That's another day. So. That's for after we've seen the movie. We'll give it a.
We'll dictate it.
Yeah, we'll dictate it back to you.
No, but we're not. But Joe's not bringing the camera to the movie theater. So
no camera for me. I'm not going to record anything. Nothing like that. Coachy's actually going to bring money to pay for the stuff.
Yep, I have to. There's no choice on that.
No, scenario. There's no choice.
But I do want to tell you, Joe, before we start our sports, that I did run into Dawn the other day.
Yeah.
And she's hoping that I get to be the first ever person to be on her show twice.
No, she's had
others. Okay.
She had others on there twice. She had the 90-year-old or 98-year-old woman twice, or she was 100 or something.
Okay. She wants to paint the Tampa Bay Lightning this time, but I told her the rule.
We did that.
Her and said,
you did that last time. Because they won the Stanley Cup.
This time we're doing it with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, okay.
But I told her this time, I said, make sure you get a shirt that actually has a player that plays for that team. Because the last player you got, he was sent to the Washington Capitals, TJ Oshie. I told her that right off the bat.
Well, maybe you can bring one of your jerseys for her to wear or something
I
like
might.
that.
And I have all the Tampa Bay jerseys because they were in the playoffs. So, but I'm going to send her a message and I'll give her the whole Tampa Bay Lightning roster.
Yeah,
So.
Be friendly.
That way. So, I am. Believe me, she's going to give me dates. Believe it or not, she'll let me know on the dates eventually. So
okay.
All right. Anyway, the first topic, and we said it. The Olympics are. This is the first time I think we're putting the Olympics as our top. Top sport.
It's right around the corner. Olympics start next week.
Next week. Actually, not next week. There's soccer is going to be the first one to actually get underway on Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, soccer always starts early.
Look that up. Yeah, soccer always has to start right off the bat because it's a long tournament.
Yeah, it's pool play first, and then it's the division round and stuff. Yeah, they have to.
It'll just be like the World Cup, all over again. Let me see what was the schedule they were saying for the. I think our first game's against Sweden. Let me see what we got. Our first game is Sweden on the 21st, so it actually will start Tuesday. That game will start at 4:30 a.m. in the morning here, which I'm going to get a chance to see a little bit of it before I have to go to work. But the second game is against New Zealand. I can tell you right now, Sweden's a pretty good team because I watch the women when I can. We play New Zealand on the 24th. I have to look a little bit more into New Zealand because I don't hear about that team too often. That's a 7:30 a.m. game.
Yep.
So we're good there. And then their third game is against Australia. Australia is a decent women's team. Yep. That game's at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 a.m. here. So I should be able to
watch you a little bit. Yep.
No, see the whole thing before I go to work at 6, unless it's injury timeouts or injury stoppages if it goes too long or if the score's out of hand.
Yep.
So, then we'll have to watch and see what goes on. You never know with me. If they got the finals, I'm going to find a way to watch the final match if I have to. But there are so many unfortunately right now, Japan is zonking the wrong way right now. They're spiking.
Yeah.
With the worst possible time. There was already a bunch of protesters who have already tried to say, you know what, cancel the Olympics. you can't do it now. It's too little, too late. A lot of people were already in the village.
Yeah, a lot of people are there. You know, hopefully when they get in the village and stuff, they create a nice tight bubble around the
I
athletes
believe they already have.
and they don't let them out. Nobody
No.
breaks protocol
Except if you're going to the event, and I believe that's it, or to train. You cannot go anywhere, and I don't know who brings you food and everything. I guess the people who work in the village are just going to send you food probably outside the door.
Yeah,
Like
I'm sure they're
service.
going to feed them. I'm sure they're going to feed them.
They have to.
Yeah, well, yeah, Coachy, they got to feed the athletes. It's a given. But I'm sure they're going to have that covered. But you know, hopefully everything goes off well, and you know, looking forward to the men's basketball team. You know, a lot of good competition out there. From other different countries and stuff. The men in their expedition games lost 2 in a row for the first time in a while. They almost lost 3.
And a lot of people pushed the panic button after that second loss in a row too. The first one they were okay with it, but not the second one. That got a little worried, and then even Greg Popovich snapped at a question from somebody. Well, of course it's him. So
yeah, it's Popovich and stuff, but.
And then the third game they win. That's great. They won that one, but then
they didn't win that easily though. That didn't win easily. That was a good game
until the fourth quarter. But then here comes the news that we have a player who has been. See you later. Go home. So we had a person that got zonked.
Yep. Who was that?
That was Beal.
Bradley Beal. Jason Tatum hurt his ankle a little bit too. He's been out, I believe, a couple games too. But you know, I know they always say people like the dominant basketball team or they don't like the dominant basketball team. I mean, people always like UConn used to do. They used to blow everybody out like by 40 points or 50 and stuff like that. But USA basketball used to blow people out by 40 or 50 or more.
Oh, yeah. And I looked at the record, the exhibition record. They are, I believe, 82-4.
Yeah.
If I read that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, people get greedy watching that kind of.
Because everybody's going to be tuned in for that sport most of the time, even though they realize it's going to be overnight. So you better hope you get. It feels like third shift of work. You better be getting up overnight to watch.
Yeah, but they tune into that kind of game and they watch them get blown out by 50, and then they complain like, "Oh, it wasn't so close."
Of course.
You know, it's this, but when the American basketball team actually loses, people crap their pants and they go, "What's going on? How did this happen? How did that happen?
How did it happen? What went wrong? What did they do? What didn't they defend on defense or anything like that?"
Stuff like that. But you know, it's like hockey was back during the Miracle game. You know, and sorry, I got pop-ups coming up. Spam all over.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
That's never happened to you before. That's
no,
a first.
But it's like the Miracle on Ice game when we beat the Russians, right? Yeah, we beat the Russians.
that was in Lake Placid, New York. Yes,
Lake Placid, New York, and that was a miracle because the Russian team was so dominant for the past like 20 years. They didn't expect to lose, you know, and during that game, things changed that now we send professionals.
And you know what happened after we knocked off Russia? We were like, okay, how is it going to be against Finland?
Yep.
Took care of them. There was the gold medal. It wasn't easy, but let me tell you, as soon as they made it a 2-goal game, that was it.
Yeah.
The game was done. Everybody went nuts. I think for about maybe 1 to 2 weeks, that team was all over. Well, back then there wasn't any social media like Twitter or Facebook or
Yeah,
Instagram
that
or
would have
anything
been
like
really
that.
blown up nowadays.
Yeah. But then of course, you know, you hear it on TV. You back then there wasn't really a parades or anything like that like they do on TV for everybody now.
Yeah, but back to being the dominant thing. It's good for the sport, like basketball now, to get even. You know, I would like to see the U.S. basketball team, you know, win by 10, win by 5.
Yeah, not by 30 or 40. Because when the
40.
first USA team came through, I don't think it was even close on any of the games. They were given the absolute favorites to win the gold medal, the very first one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we did the dream team with Michael and Larry and Johnson.
That dream team was unstoppable. No one could touch them.
No. Everybody, all the teams
They were scared.
all the teams they faced were in shock and awe about the star power on those teams. You know, usually it was over by the first half, and Michael was sitting down, and Larry Bird was resting already, and it was over.
He was already on the ground, resting his back.
Yeah, you know, but it's good to see some good competition nowadays. It's good to see other countries test the USA. You know,
Yep.
It's not like I don't want the U.S. basketball team to win the gold, but I like to
just
see
play better efforts.
Yeah, show up and have an effort to win the basketball team game. Have some skills and stuff. I mean, I saw Kevin Durant go up for a dunk and get blocked. Totally got stuffed. That play.
Didn't expect that. Argentina.
Yep. And that's good.
You know, and then just to add to it, remember now the women's basketball team.
I was going.
They won a gold medal every single time they've gone to professionals now.
Yeah, and I believe that's more of a gap nowadays than the men.
But I believe they lost today to Australia in the women, but I don't think they're going to care about that too much.
No,
an exhibition game, but don't let that, take that momentum going into Tokyo. I think they got one more game left, and then they head for playing for Tokyo. The men may play their last one Sunday. I believe tonight and tomorrow's games have already been called off.
Yeah,
in Vegas, so
and then they head. Yep.
Then they get on a plane Monday morning to Tokyo.
Yep.
And then we'll see how many survive out there, But the whole thing so far, I guess there was an athlete who was tested positive along with 5 others, but they're not saying who it was.
Yep.
Yet. And, to me, do we really need to have the opening ceremonies? It's a tough call for me. I've already said I don't think we really need it because, unfortunately, the only people who are going to be there
are the athletes.
No. On the bottom, I'm talking about in the complete stands, Joe.
Yep.
Government and officials. That's it. Nobody else. And they will be wearing, and they're going to have to wear masks. There's no choice.
Yeah, it's tough. But hopefully they do an hour ceremony, something like that. They got to do something.
Schedule, as far as I know, it's going to be taped delayed at 7:30 next Friday. But I've got a funny feeling if you want to see the live version of it, it's probably going to be Friday morning.
Oh, okay. I'll probably watch it at nighttime.
Yeah, well, I just for ha-has, I just want to see because I don't want to use up my time for work, and I probably want to save it for the women's final if it's at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm just late. That's what I'm going to watch the schedule for if they make the gold medal match. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah. Did they lay out a plan for the ceremonies or no?
Well, I'm sorry. What was that?
Did they lay out a plan? Did they lay out a plan for the ceremonies?
I have not heard a plan or anything as of yet. I have not heard anything.
Okay.
I don't even know who's going to do the torch or anything like that. I can probably say, you know what? Don't be surprised, Joe, if Ichiro is there doing the ceremonies.
Oh yeah,
Don't be surprised.
Ichiro's a big star there in Japan.
Yup.
Stuff.
I almost said the one who used to play for the Houston Rockets, but he's
Yao
not
Ming.
Japan. Yeah, he's
Yao
China,
Ming, China.
not Japan. So I
No,
can't
he's not
say it
Japan.
that way. But yeah, don't be surprised you see quite a few baseball players do
Yep.
the ceremony, and maybe a couple other athletes. But we're gonna see how this goes. But I don't think it's going to be a very long ceremony like it normally is if it was in front of fans.
Well, they got to do something. They got to do a little bit.
Yeah, no, they got to try and do something. So,
yeah.
I am going to keep track of. I'm going to do my best. Keep track of which athletes get the old zonkaroo, and because remember, if you are tested positive, you go right home. You immediately go back to your country.
Yep. Yeah, that's part of the rule. Yep.
If you test positive one time, now they could test you again if it was a false positive. Okay, you get a second chance. But if you are tested positive completely, then see you later. Go home. You'll be sitting in your house and I believe Japan is still 2 weeks. It is not 10 days.
Yep. Yeah. So you can't wait around or anything.
Nope, you can't. You can't fart around for something like that. And while we're on the note of the Olympics, before we move on, and I found this out this afternoon while I was almost getting ready to go out to dinner. We had an athlete, a weightlifter from Uganda.
Okay.
By the way, he's not a heavyweight. He's like one of those. He was really skinny. Probably takes enough steroids and crap to lift weight like that. Oh, hi, kitty. Here comes
the kitty is here.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Here, kitty.
Come here, kitty. Cuddle time is not over. There's the kitty. Aww. Okay. Talk. Show the kitty.
Okay. I'll show kitty while I talk about the Uganda guy.
There you go.
The athlete from Uganda is missing. Yep. He was supposed to have gotten on a plane going back home, but he's missing right now somewhere in Western Japan, and they can't seem to find him. So let's hope he's not. He didn't get murdered or anything like that. But that's the last thing the Olympics needed to start with.
Yep. There goes the kitty.
Like
didn't look too happy doing that.
No. Yeah, she'll be wanting a snack in a minute. But anyway,
okay, some snacks.
So we're hoping that they find this athlete and. Hopefully he's safe and sound, but this is something you don't need for the Olympics before it starts. That you have a athlete that already.
Here's your aunt.
Hi, Kitty. Oh, hello, Kitty. You still staying with us? Nope, she's gone. Okay, thanks, Bird. Okay. You never know what goes on this show.
No, we don't. We know that's the surprise of it. That's the awesome.
So we're hoping that they find this person and we'll take it from there. Like I said, I will be taking notes, so you will hear on the show what if they get zonked, who's the athlete and what country he or she is from, and we'll take it from there. And we do have to add, Joe, I forgot to mention another sport was added to the Olympics. 3-on-3 basketball is in there this year.
Okay. That should be fun.
Besides with the karate, the return of baseball and softball, I think the USA is going to go all the way before they play Japan for the gold medal game, probably. Baseball, I have no clue how that's going to go.
Oh, what are we sending for baseball? College kids?
College kids and maybe minor league players. That's it. We're not sending Major League Baseball players, and we would have had to stop the season for that.
Yeah. Okay.
No need. So
let the college kids go, get some experience. That's good for college kids.
Right. Yup. All right. I guess now we can go into baseball now because this weekend. Well, we'll talk about.
How was the All-Star game? The All-Star game.
I think it was decent. I mean, of course, the American League won for the 8th time in a row. This is getting to be unreal now. They begin to dominate after the National League after buries them every year. First, the home run derby. We had a repeat winner. Apparently, thank goodness his shoulder didn't give out after he hit so many home runs and tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani, first round.
Knockout.
If he lost in the first round, guess what? It wouldn't bother us too much because he had to pitch an inning the next day anyway.
Yeah, I know. It was his first time at a home run contest like that. He put on a good show. What he hit, like 16 home runs, something like that.
Yeah, 20. He had 28. He was actually tied with the player, and they had to go to a second tiebreaker.
Yep.
Where you get only 3 swings.
Yeah.
The first one hit all 3 of them. Ohtani missed the first one. That was the end.
Yeah.
So home runs were at a premium. Someone hit a ball 520 feet, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
That kind of home run derby is showing off, because back then, home run derby used to be on TV, black and white, and all these guys were doing it in Dodger Stadium in an empty stadium.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so but that was with the great baseball players of all time who did it. So
But it was a decent home run derby. Who was the winner?
For the Mets. He won it again.
Yeah. We'd have to look that up.
Here we go. Yep, of course, I'm prepared.
Look that up, Gucci. It's been a week since.
Yeah, I know. P.L. Alonso.
Yep.
And did they say, was he? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Who was the last one that won it 2 in a row?
That's
okay.
Been a while. We're in Derby champs.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for that while I'm watching Guadalupe play Jamaican soccer, but let's see. It says Giannis Cespedes was the last one to win it 2 in a row.
Okay.
So, and then baseball, and I got a baseball almanac too, so I can see who got that. See, they're up to 2009. Okay. That doesn't do me any good.
Nope.
Let me see. Almanac news. No, don't need to know that. Blah, 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 blah. Is there something I could search for?
No.
Oh, no, forget it. No, if I start doing that, it's going to take all our time. So
yeah,
it'll be another week. Then the All-Star game, American League wins it 5-2. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Wins the MVP. And it's a father-son combination winning that, because his father won it back in 2005.
Yep.
When he played for the Angels. Unfortunately, I guess his father can't go right now due to COVID restriction rules. You can't really still travel to other countries right now.
Okay.
Too much. Unless you're playing for a team like Canada or Guadalupe or Jamaica. You can travel with the team, but you can't be with your families or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a bummer. So then the second half of the baseball season was supposed to start last night. Well, the true part of it.
Yeah.
The Red Sox were supposed to play the Yankees, but unfortunately the Yankees were zonked with 6 players.
Yep.
The big one is Aaron
Judge.
Everybody else wasn't too big of a deal, but of course tonight they're going to play. It's going to go on his schedule. I don't know how long Aaron Judge is going to be out for. If he was tested positive, he's going to be out at least 10 days.
Yep.
So, and it could hurt the Yankees, unfortunately, because to me, this is a series that they needed to get back. If they wanted to get back into it, they were going to have to try everything they can to knock the Red Sox off, like maybe all 4. Well, it could have been all 4, but now it's 3. They're going to make up that doubleheader soon.
Yep. The Yankees are 8 games back out of first place. And before the All-Star game, we versed the Houston Astros, and it was another blown save. We could have swept them.
This time.
No, it wasn't Chapman or anything else like Chapman, but
it was Green, I think.
Yeah, we were up by 7 runs going into the 9th.
We were 7-2 going into the 9th. He gave up 6, I think. Okay.
Yeah, gave up 6 runs to lose the game. Yeah, I mean, the Houston Astros scored more runs in the 9th than they did in the past 2 games. And, I mean, just fell apart at the end. you could see the face of Aaron Boone going, "Oh man, there goes my job." It's flying.
Well, no, he wasn't thinking that way, Joe. But yeah, when Jose Altuve, and I'll tell you, Jose
hit
Altuve
that home
loves
run.
to dominate. He loves to beat you guys to a pulp.
He's done that twice to us to win games. The home run.
Yeah, the other one was during the playoffs, and I know that hit you right in the heart when he did that.
When then did that, yeah. So, the Yankees need to figure out their bullpen, because if we're going to give up 6 runs in the ninth, we're not going to win any games. I mean, only bright spot from the Houston series is Derek Cole went a complete game. He shut out the Astros. He did that very well and stuff. That was one of his few first complete games. But
thought the other one was a no-hitter. Is that somebody else?
No, it wasn't a no-hitter. It was a shutout. It was a shutout.
Okay.
But we're wasting Derek Cole's best games and stuff, and not proceeding forward to winning we're far from winning a super World Series. We're far from winning a World Series. I mean,
how close are you
take.
Before you think about how close are you before this team starts being sellers? But remember, the trade deadline's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday this year.
I mean, there's really nothing that we can fix. I mean, there's no closer out there that we can pick up to lock down our bullpen. And, I mean, the offense, if everybody's healthy, should be there, but it's the closing role. I mean, there's no Mariano Rivera to shut out people and stuff. I mean, if Chapman's not right, we're pretty much screwed. It's going to be losing in the ninth or the 8th inning or something like that, because or even sooner from our bullpen. So I don't see the Yankees winning much more games this year. I mean, maybe they'll stay above 500 and stuff like that. And big changes are going to happen. Big changes.
Yeah, you wonder if the manager he's gonna be on a close eye now. I think the rest of the season.
Yeah, the Chapman's going to be Cashman is going to be on the hot seat too a little bit, because, like I said, losing in New York is not acceptable. It's not. It's just not. And when the Tampa Bay Rays, who have a third of your payroll, are winning and stuff like that, it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why aren't we winning? Why aren't we winning more?
Yeah.
As a Yankee fan.
No, and I understand your frustration. Yep. I mean, as a Red Sox fan right now, Steve, how happy am I right now? We still got work to do. There's no doubt in my mind we are not anywhere near where we're supposed to be right now. Give credit. Were we supposed to be where we are now? No, absolutely not. We do. There are some issues on that team right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We do have Chris Sale making rehab starts. Yep. And I'm glad that happened. We're hoping he'll be ready to go. Put him on a pitch count. Don't let him overdo it like he did before in the last World Series, because if he blows out his arm again, he's going to be no longer a starter. He's going to be a reliever. You can see that happening.
That could be.
We don't want like what Brett Saberhagen did when he came to the Red Sox, and all of a sudden they overused him one year.
Yeah.
When Jimmy Williams was the manager. But we have some pitching issues. Right now we're winning because of hitting, even though that's even scary. I don't like the way that our leadoff, our batting average isn't the best. I mean, Devers and Bogarts have been and Martinez have been our big three right now. The rest, are we going to be buyers? Yeah. Who do we need? We need a hitter who's got more experience than what we have right now.
Yeah.
Because of between the other three, batting average is not good, not too well. Bullpen wise, I would say it's not an A, probably a B- to a C+. We do have a closer. We actually have that position filled right now. Matt Barnes is the one. The rest of the way, can't really say too much.
Well, at least
you have by a committee.
Well, at least you have a closer.
Yes, we didn't have one for a couple of years because remember, we had Greg Kimbrell, but of course, I wasn't too happy when he was coming in the 8th inning when he could only really come in for the 9th because every time he came in the 8th, I just had to get out of my seat and go, oh boy, here we go. He needs more than 3 outs. We're already asking for trouble.
Yeah, but at least you have a definitive closer. The Yankees don't have one right now. The Yankees have nothing.
I still don't like what Kimbrell does before he throws a pitch either. He's got a weird motion.
Yeah, he does.
It's like a scary motion. It's like, he's ready to flip a bird or something.
Yeah, but
and the one team we can talk about, the Chicago Cubs it looks like they're starting to clean up already.
It looks like they're calling it quit for the season. Looks like they're going to be sellers and stuff. So, whoever wants a piece off the Cubs, they're willing to trade.
It's your chance because I think the Cubs are going to be looking for draft picks.
Yep.
And some younger players from the farm. So, but don't forget, August 12th, it's something that we didn't have last year. The Field of Dreams game between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox on Saturday night. August 12th.
Yep. That's been postponed a couple times before. Last year was.
Last year was a pandemic year, but I don't think the year before, I remember the Yankees and Red Sox had to go down to England to play a couple games.
They had the Field of Dreams a couple years ago.
Okay.
I believe it was the Mets and Phillies.
Okay. Well, this year it's the White Sox and the Yankees, but why does it make sense? You just travel down there for one game and then you go to Chicago to play the next game.
Yeah, they should just play a series there. Play 3 games.
Play 3 games. You got the cornfields and stuff. No, I don't know if there's going to be any fans at the game unless it's in their backyard. But
yeah.
It's not like the movie Kevin Costner or anybody's going to come out of the cornfields and say if they build it, they'll come. So
yeah, they're not coming out of the cornfields.
No, not this time.
No.
So, but this is the second half of the baseball season. Let's see where we get to at this point.
Yep. Let's see what we have.
Yep. And I can actually start following full-time baseball a little bit more now since everything is starting to calm down.
Yep. Since you're no more hockey for a while.
Well, we're waiting for a schedule that comes out next week. We got and I'll go very brief with it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it like I did last week.
Nope.
The Seattle Kraken has their expansion draft coming on the 21st. And then we have the draft coming up next weekend, and then the free agency starts on the 28th, and I'll start watching to see what players go where. There's already been a few players who are already being released for salary cap purposes, or players waive their things so they can, if they want to get picked by Seattle, Ron Francis will pick you. It's somehow, some way, and that's where ESPN is going to be so happy to have their hockey stuff back starting next week.
Yeah.
So, But the Stanley Cup did get dented at the parade in Tampa, Florida, due to the weather. They had a nice boat parade, and then it started pouring and everything. The Stanley Cup must have fell down during the wind, and the whole rim and the whole top was completely dented, and they had to go get it. They had to send it back to Montreal to get it fixed.
Okay, that's a shame. So the people who want to eat cereal out of the Stanley Cup, a little bit delayed on that.
No, the Stanley Cup's already back. I've already seen it online that Ryan McDonough and Patrick Maroon have had their days with the Stanley Cup already. Yeah,
I guarantee they ate a bowl of cereal out of the top of it.
No, they probably had an alcoholic and then they had an alcoholic beverage
after that. Yeah,
of course, natural. It's not a bottle. It's not a bottle of water.
No, but
So, all right. The NBA is still going.
The NBA is
Go ahead.
okay. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns are now tied. I know. Okay, the series has it really shifted fully? Yeah, it has a little bit. The Bucks are readjusting for Phoenix. I mean, they're picking up Chris Paul at 90 feet. They're making him work a little bit harder, and they're not. Phoenix's offense isn't flowing as well as it did at home. Devin Booker not showing up a little bit in the past 2 games and stuff, not being the full superstar that he normally is at home. But that's expected, you know. Usually your superstars at home play a lot better and your role players play a lot better at home. So Giannis had a good 2 games at home, averaging 40 points more a game and stuff like that. Holiday's game was a lot better for Milwaukee and stuff like that. But you know, it's the best out of 3 now. Heading back, it's not really a series until the home team actually loses a game. Because if Phoenix wins all their home games, they win this. They win the
title.
They win the title.
And you know what? And I have to say this: the scheduling is just like how they did it in hockey a while back, a couple years ago during the bubble. I think, yeah, during the bubble, they waited and played every 2 days. They waited until they played on the 3rd day. Yep. The NBA really set this pretty good because now Game 5 is tomorrow. Game 6 is Tuesday. I hope you're not going to make Game 7. Well, no, you know what? Here's the thing. If this thing goes all 7, is anybody on the USA men's basketball roster from Milwaukee or Phoenix? Because that's going to get very interesting because you know they're not going to be flying with the USA team Monday.
No, I believe Devin Booker is on the USA squad. I don't know if Giannis is going to play for his country. I'm not sure about that one.
I haven't heard anything about that, but if it finishes in 6 by Tuesday, he'll still have time to get to Tokyo, but I don't know if he's going to be allowed to play pending if he needs to quarantine for a couple of days. He may not get to play.
He may not.
It could be deeper if it goes 7 games because if the last game is Thursday, wow, there's no way he's going to get to play that first game because time travel and changeover because I believe Japan is 12 hours or 10 ahead?
12. I believe they're 12 hours ahead of us.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of.
Yep.
It's like during the weekend, if you want to watch the Olympics, well, you'll have to stay
at
up
4 o'clock
overnight.
Yeah.
No, I've done it before. If I got to watch track events and stuff, and if I don't have to get up to go to work, I'll do it. I can watch some of it till about 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I know. You'll probably put your aunts through some of it too.
No, I don't yell as much, except for maybe the soccer team or anything like that. So, yeah, Game 7, by the way, is Thursday, July 22nd. So.
Yeah, that's the day before the Olympics.
Day before the Olympics, when everybody's got to be there. So, that's pulling it real tight.
Yep. Yeah, it is. So the U.S. may not be at full strength or something. They may have to just go.
The women are definitely. Well, actually, what my father told me today, Australia, their 6'8" woman. From what my understanding is, she left the team and went back home so she can go concentrate on her professional team. I think that's more. We're afraid if she gets zonked, she can't play for her own team.
Oh, okay.
Is what it's coming down to.
Yep.
And it's not a surprise by it.
Nope. But Yeah, the NBA.
But yeah, my take on the finals, I have been able to watch quite a bit of it. It's been back and forth. Phoenix should have won Game 4, and if they did, I would have said Saturday night they're closing the series out. But they couldn't get it done. Milwaukee got something done late, and then
well,
by six.
going down the stretch of the last game, Chris Paul actually had what? I believe it was 8 turnovers that whole game.
Yeah, that was his worst game I've seen.
That was his worst game that he's had so far. Maybe, yeah, that should get fixed at home and stuff like that. But
he's not a finalist MVP now. If you ask me, I think that's wide open now.
If that could be Giannis, it could be Giannis and him. It's definitely Giannis and Chris Paul battling for the championship. You know, one's an old veteran, one's a young guy. You know,
right. And don't forget too. Remember, the NBA, it's not 2-3-2, it's 2-2-1-1-1. So
yeah.
That changed not too long ago, but of course, imagine if this series was still in Milwaukee, you were guaranteed the series was going back to Phoenix.
Yeah, for the final 2 games, but.
Yep. Instead, Milwaukee gets another game at home and Phoenix gets another game at home. So, call it as it is.
The Milwaukee Bucks Milwaukee has to win in Phoenix to win the championship. They have to win in Phoenix.
They're going to have to win in Phoenix either in Game 5 or Game 7.
Yep. They're going to have to win.
Because if Phoenix wins Game 5, then it's going to happen Game 6. Then they're going to say, okay, Phoenix, you can lose. That's fine. We'll win our final game of the NBA season in our building. Yep. Because win or lose for Milwaukee on Tuesday, it's their last home game of the season, win or lose.
Yep, that's true.
This will be it.
Yep.
Either way. So, but we got basketball. I'm just looking at the score. Oh yeah, I do want to talk about men's soccer actually because our USA squad. Oh, and by the way, we can talk about the European Cup too because that went down to the wire with Italy and England. And unfortunately, I was disturbed with what England did after the game was over with the people online. They had arrested 4 people because some of the players who kicked for England and penalty kicks didn't score, and there were some. Let's put it this way: I'm glad ESPN did not share what they said. It was pretty harsh.
Okay, yeah,
There was racism involved, unfortunately, and that's not good.
No, it's not.
I mean, yes, Italy won great. England was actually winning the entire game, and then both teams go to extra time, and you figure, nothing's going to happen. So that was the end of that. So now we turn to the Gold Cup. The USA has made it to the knockout round already. They beat. They only won 1-0 in their first game against not Martinique, but I forget the other name of it. But yeah, we have to play Canada on Sunday, and the winner of that game. Actually, the U.S. is going to have to win. They can't take a draw, otherwise Canada is going to be top seed in Group C. We need to win that one. Is it going to be easy? Because we've played some crappy games before, unfortunately.
Well,
we took care of Martinique 5-1. I was happy with that.
Yeah. Well, USA, men's soccer usually falls on their butt. I mean, we haven't been good.
I'm sorry. The score was 6-1 against Martinique. My bad. It was 6-1.
I don't think there's any chance of the U.S. soccer team winning a gold medal for.
Joe, they're not going. They didn't. And by the way, it would not have been the professional soccer team that was going. It was 23 and under.
Okay.
It's a different age group. And no, they lost to Honduras.
Yeah.
So they didn't make it. They had to win one more game to qualify to go to Tokyo, but they're not going. So we don't have to worry there. Now, of course, after the Olympics are over, then the men get ready for their qualifying games to try and go to the World Cup in Qatar, way down south.
Yeah.
They're playing it in November because that's when it's their winter season. You can't play it during the summer or it's going to be wicked hot.
Yeah. Can't do that.
No, you can't, and it's asking for too much. But yeah, I'm very happy that they beat. We're ranked number 20 in the world, but we still have to. We've scored 7 goals. Canada has scored 8. So really, it doesn't matter. We have to win. If it's a draw, doesn't do any good this time around. But it doesn't matter because USA and Canada are already moving on to the next round.
All right.
I'm just hoping for my sake that if we play somebody, please, we don't want to play Mexico until the semifinals. That's the team we can never beat.
Well, it's men's soccer.
I know.
It's not too popular around here. Men's soccer.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I'll watch it. At least it's not the Liga League or the Premier League at least.
Yeah, but all right, we got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah, we haven't even thought about anything like that today. That's the first time you said how many minutes we had left. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
British Open got underway. I got to look this name up because this is definitely not a golfer you hear every day.
Okay.
Why am I typing Bristol? It should be British Open.
British Open, not Bristol Open.
Yeah, I know. Lewis Althusian, and I think he's from South Africa. He has a 2-stroke lead after 2 rounds. Colin Morikawa from the U.S. is 9 under. Jordan Spieth, who by the way had a triple bogey today, finished with 3 birdies. So he got back to where he was, 8 under. Unfortunately, Phil Mickelson went 12 over par. He did not have a single birdie. Bryce DeChambeau was telling how bad his driver stunk because he couldn't get
Didn't he break a club or something?
Yeah, he just about did that too. But his attitude is piss poor.
Yeah. Okay.
We've always known that, but we got So it's been pretty good, but they're very strict on the rules too. But it doesn't sound like no one's getting zonked, and some of the players who didn't make the cut are already either on their way going home or they're going to Tokyo to play for a gold medal.
For gold medal.
Golf is in the Olympics too, so we get to keep an eye on that, which could be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes. And Wimbledon, Djokovic, one more, and he wins the Grand Slam of titles. He only has to win now the U.S. Open. He won Wimbledon in 4 sets.
Yeah.
Against Bertolini of Italy. He's playing. Yes, he is going to the Olympics to represent the country of Serbia.
Okay.
He is going.
Yep.
So, but we have Roger Federer not going because his knee's not 100%. It's not COVID situations or anything like that. Nadal has an injury too, so same reason on him. And but we're like I said, we're just hoping next week, we'll be talking about the opening ceremonies and we're just hoping for a good Olympics and
we're hoping there's not too many zonked players or anything. Hopefully everybody
athletes, no coaches or anything like that because I believe it's just the athletes and coaches and maybe a trainer are allowed to go to the Olympics. I don't think the parents, any family members can go either, right? They have to stay away.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. They've been told to stay away. Okay.
Yeah. Quick mention on the Girls Eastern League Softball Championship that usually takes place in Bristol in a couple weeks. There's only going to be family spectators. Everything else is going to be roped off. There's not going to anybody without a ticket's not going to be invited in, but you can still watch it on TV. That's
same thing with baseball, but watch to see where it goes because it may be starting on ESPN Plus, which they're going up $1 starting in August. It's going to be $6.95 a month now.
Yeah, everybody at ESPN got a raise or something. They got to pay for.
Yeah, well, Disney Plus did the same thing too. So, and don't worry, I got to figure out when I get the hockey packages. Am I still going to get it on my Comcast, or am I going to have to order it on ESPN and Hulu and all that baloney? That might happen.
That may happen because Comcast is part of NBC, and
which NBC is
not.
Once the Olympics are over, NBCSN is no more.
Yep. Yeah. So
they're ditching that channel. So, but all right, I think the 5 minutes is just about
5 minutes is just about up. I've been
So,
your host, Joe Musel, you know, for almost 50 shows. It's been fun, you know, and everything. Coachy, what do you got to say? Everybody.
keep on watching our show. We're happy to be back, and we're happy that